So Galfine was just telling us about her work with the poor.
Galfine, you assisted with the situation that I heard was going on?
Yeah, I helped out. I decided to help out since the rest of my party was doing so. I figured I could lend a hand.
It's around this time that Zug will walk in. Burian and the elf will rise as you come in. You are dressed at about the same level that they are, Zug.
Yep, I'll come in and sit down.
Okay. You take a seat, and the conversation can continue. Was that a difficult situation to handle? The elf seems really intrigued by this topic.
I don't know. What did you think, Galfine? Was it a difficult situation to handle?
I mean, in some way.
There was a lot of logistical. I find that even though, as righteous in his spirit as I am, most of the problems that we encounter seem to be just plain old problems of terra firma. Whether it's broken wagons, banditry, or just plain poor management of resources.
Banditry?
Those often... Isn't that what was happening? Somebody was... am I fuzzy?
No, you're
am I
correct.
wrong?
You're correct.
Yeah,
They're surprised by banditry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I took care of the bandits for us.
Thank you.
How did you solve the problem with the bandits? Burian asks.
Hit him with some scorching rays.
Yeah, violence! You hear a voice come up that comes walking up behind the rest of you. I cheer
and also clap.
This is the large orc barbarian. His version of clapping is like this. And he like pats you on the back, Zug. I've seen those scorching rays. It's a pretty impressive spell you got there.
Yeah. Man, the smell of the burning flesh was just so delicious.
I don't know about all that.
Did it remind you of the delicious scent of kitten jerky?
Alright, so real quick, I want to get an idea here of what is happening in terms of seating. So right now we have... I'm going to go ahead and drag some characters onto here just so we can get an idea for seating. So right now we've got Burian, who's seated here. Well, we can just use this as our sample. Actually, let's open up. What can we do here?
All right, I'm gonna do a knowledge nobility check to see where I'm supposed to sit.
No problem. I'm gonna draw out a real quick thing we can use for the table, so I can get a good seating order concept here.
Are we not picking our own seating?
No, you will pick your own seating. I'm making it so we can go through.
I'm gonna do everything I can to leave a chair open by Burry.
Okay.
I'm gonna position myself next to the elf, right? The other Claire.
Hang on, I'll give you guys a layout as each of you comes in, and then you guys can choose your seating from there. Let me bring characters down. So first we got Galfine, and we've got Meg and Pax. And
Are we supposed to be seeing this somewhere?
I'll move it in just a sec. I'm just moving the other characters in first, or all the characters in first.
I'm gonna roll initiative to sit first.
I'm gonna use my tumble skill to jump over and try to get there first.
I do have good rankings in acrobatics. I've never gotten to roll it.
Yeah.
Can I roll acrobatics?
All right. So let me bring everybody over.
I'll take for the yes.
I will use handle animal to try and control all of you.
Oh no, I did so poorly.
Who was that? Was that Galfine?
Okay.
Hey,
So,
was it supposed to go white like that? Steve?
yes, it is. I'll put a background
Okay.
here in just a sec.
It's a very bright table.
Yeah. It is indeed. But in the meantime, this is the current seating. If you guys want to figure out where you want to take your places, I'll throw a
I
background
came in
here
after
just a
them,
sec.
so I'll wait.
Yep.
No, I'm not trying to roll initiative.
Pax will sit on top of the table.
Hi! I thought I would give us a little performance to start dinner.
On the good ship, lollipop.
Okay.
That's how we're supposed to sit, Delphine.
Let's have some actual seating there, Pax. They won't let you sit on the table.
I wanted to do a performance. I can't do that.
They will not allow you to stand on the table. Even though I am going to use your music for the background music.
Damn, it won't let me move Galfine right next to Burian. Why is that?
All right.
Love, exciting and new.
And then
both.
Zug, you would be next to arrive. So go ahead and take your place at the table.
All right, I had gotten a 22 on
Oh,
my
yeah.
knowledge nobility for where I should sit.
So in this particular case, it would be assumed you would sit with your group, and then the other group would sit across from you guys.
All right, I'll wrong mouse there. I'll sit next to my good buddy Pax here.
Hi!
And then there's our resident big guy model. Come on. No, it's here somewhere. Oh, maybe I don't have it.
I
up
thought my
here.
spell points were supposed to adjust themselves.
They are
Like,
supposed to. I'll have to recopy and paste the spell point adjustment, the spell point calculator, because it does sometimes err out.
Okay.
Alright, we'll use this for him.
So let's see, what should my spell points be right now? 13.
He'll end up taking a seat. So he comes up, he gives you a pat on the shoulder, or on the back, as you come up, and he will walk around to here. As he does so, can I have everybody give me a perception? Yep, as usual. Good job, Calfine. You're not there yet, Harcourt, so...
Oh, I'm still perceiving.
Well done.
I perceive that I'm heading in the right direction.
Okay. Nobody catches anything odd there.
With that 6, I barely catch anything.
Turn everybody to be seated the right way at this table. For the love of God, people. Can't even get seating right.
Well, if our perception is at 6 and 10 for two of us, plus 1 for
Yeah,
Alpine.
Not to mention the fact that
expect?
not to mention the fact that I'm visually impaired.
I love that the three of you botched.
That's supposed to be my job, excuse me.
Wow.
So Galfine, I thought I was going to be the only one underdressed for this occasion, but I didn't think you had it in you to wear a breastplate.
No one told me to wear anything else. There was no dress code from what I was aware.
You notice he's dressed in like furs, like they almost look like pelts that somebody's just kind of stitched together. And he's wearing like what looks kind of like a mix between a loincloth and a kilt.
Oh my.
What would it be, like, appraise to see what those furs are?
Yeah, give me an appraise. Or knowledge nature.
There's Zoroaster.
So with an appraise, you know those are actually some pretty valuable animal furs. In fact, you might think it's something like that's not really native to. It's not really a fur that you could get on the upper world, but you can't quite tell what. So, what were you blasting with those scorching rays?
Oh, these bandits attacked us.
What kind of bandits?
Human bandits?
Some character for looking.
Bandits.
I mean, what family? Did you clean up anything awful?
I don't know. I have no idea what family they were.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't even take time to interrogate them?
You just killed him, right?
Yeah, I just killed them.
It's where some of the fun is.
This guy's a rip roarer.
All right, so Harcourt, as you're coming up to Teddy's, I'm going to need you to give me a perception.
And a perception. That's terrible. Can we use my last one instead?
Nope.
Damn.
You didn't see the explosive runes he left on my back.
All right, so you will arrive next.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow sentient beings, Harcourt the Magnificent has arrived! And with that, where is it? I pull the bottle out of nowhere.
Excellent, you damn sure do.
Wow.
And I proceed
nice
to the
entry.
table.
All right, take your seat.
I give a polite clap. Well done, sir.
See, I am gonna smooge up and sit right next to Galfine. Galfine, I see you've left my seat empty. Thank you for holding it for me.
Is it rude to punch
He
him up
crosses
the
his
table?
arms.
It
He
would
crosses
be.
his arms and his legs, so he puts his back up towards Galfine. Like he's kind of like trying to lean up against her, but not.
Okay.
Wow, I just realized, look at that layout on that table. We're so bunched together, that's kind of, we'd probably be a little more spaced out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're gonna get killed when that fireball goes off.
Yeah.
Well, I
this
mean,
is
if the
not
fireball's
good.
going off in here, you're all getting killed regardless.
So the lightning bolt,
Lastly-
however, will not take out every.
Waitress! Waitress! Glasses, please! I have some fine wine I wish to open and share with all my new friends.
The waitress actually stops and says, "I'm sorry, sir, you can't open a bottle of wine in here. If you'd like, we can get you a bottle of wine."
I can't open it. I brought it.
Yes, we do not allow outside drinks, sir.
You do not allow outside drinks. It's not outside, it's inside.
Everybody give me a perception.
Damn it.
This is my least perceptive character. This drives me crazy.
Harcourt, does a 15 beat your CMD?
Holy shit, I got a 21.
No.
Damn. So you feel a hand grab hold of the bottle. You don't see the hand. Oh no, actually, yeah, you don't see the hand grab hold of the bottle, but Zug, Meg, and Pax, you watch as a figure like slips around from behind Harcourt and takes hold of the bottle. By the time it grabs hold, Harcourt, you can see the the small figure holding the bottle. It is a halfling dressed in very, very black clothing.
I'm going to attempt to grab a hold of his hand and pull him out in front of him.
All right. Give me.
I guess I'm going to grapple him.
Yeah. Give me a CMB check.
They have a halfling who's just.
Apparently, I don't.
You do not. He releases the bottle as you go to grab his hand, and he takes a couple of steps back. Ha! That was good fun, wasn't it? But seriously, they don't let you have other drinks out here. And the little halfling starts walking around the table, and takes his spot next to the half-orc.
Well, I think I'll lighten up the mood.
I see somebody was intent on attempting to be more fashionably late than me. It was a good attempt, but perhaps you should get your eyes checked there.
Oh my.
He looks over at you, Harcourt.
My ability to be fashionably late has never been in question. Had I tried to be fashionably late, I would have been fashionably late. But as you can see, I'm not exactly in fashion. And I make sure to point out my bright green clothing.
I know not what you're talking about. And he unclasps his coverings, and he throws them into the air above him, and he swings his arm around and wraps them around him, and then sets them down in a pouch on his side, and you can see that he is wearing the brightest purple outfit you've ever seen in your life.
Oh man.
Oh, well played, my small friend. Well played. May I pour you a glass?
Not of that. They'll throw us out, please.
Oh, they will they?
They will. They've thrown people out for less, I assure you. I've tried.
Can I order something gnomish?
Oh, certainly.
Fine! Garçon! Your finest gnomish wine!
Coming right up, sir. Burian says, hold on. We're treating, and your finest gnomish wine is more than I think all of us at this table can afford.
Oh, never mind.
And how much is our finest gnomish wine?
3,000 gold, sir.
Alright, then take this bottle in the back, bring it out, and say you served it to us, and I paid you for it.
I will have to charge you an uncorking fee, sir.
How much is that uncorking fee?
It's about, 8 silvers.
8 silvers. Take 8 gold instead, my friend, and pour around for everyone.
All right. She happily accepts that. And she'll take the wine back and bring out each of you a glass.
What are gnome wines like? Are they like ports, or are they like whites, or are they like red?
Gnome wines are typically whites. They mostly stick to the softer white end. Or I'm sorry, the more mid to what do you call it? I'm forgetting the term. But basically around a Sauvignon Blanc, and then going further down is where away from the lighter whites is what you're looking at for gnome wines. Elves tend to be on the softer end of the wine spectrum for whites.
While we're waiting for the waitress to come back. Sorry.
No.
While the waitress.
Go ahead.
While I'm waiting for the waitress to come out, I want to pull out the what was it called? The lens of true sight and put it in my eye as though I'm wearing the monocle.
Okay.
So
you put on the lens of true sight, and whom are you looking at?
Just glancing around the room, looking at the people at the table.
Okay.
Not staring at it. Not staring at anybody.
Give me first of all a charisma check.
Get my +1.
Or become blinded.
You do not get your +1 in this case.
Dang it.
This is a luck check.
Oh, it's terrible.
That is, and that means this is actually a positive thing and a negative thing for you. Because as you're looking about, you notice, are you looking through just one eye or through both eyes?
not to draw attention, I'm looking through both eyes.
Okay. You look upon one woman who looks elvish, who is walking down a set of stairs and across the room, and you can see with one eye that she's there, and you can see with another eye that she's not. The eye with the lens, she's not there. And the eye with the lens, she is there.
Huh.
Everyone else kind of has like a bit of a grayish color to them, except the party members, who have like a little tail that sort of comes out of the back of their heads and kind of goes up into like a terminating point somewhere in the air far above where you can see.
Huh?
Is the elvish woman walking away from us?
No, she walks over to the counter. She says a few things to one of the members of the wait staff. They say a few things back. She then, hold on a sec, takes a look about the place. And when she spots Meg, she waves at Meg. Meg, give me a perception.
Oh, man. I was waiting for something to involve me. Why do I keep closing my character sheet, Steve?
You notice that that the familiar woman that you met here, the owner of the establishment, is waving over to you.
Pardon me. I am being back. I politely excuse myself and saunter on over.
Okay. Yeah. So Harcourt, you watch as Meg makes her way.
But as he gets up, I make as though I'm rubbing my forehead, therefore obscuring the eye, not wearing the monocule.
She is like not. There is nothing there. There is like just a blank space where she stands.
Okay.
Does she have a blank space?
She'll write your name if you want.
Thank you.
You make your way over to her, and it's pleasant to see you here, and with such wonderful company. It looks. Are those the people you told me about that you're traveling with?
Some of them are. Some of them are new friends. My friend Galfine is very shy, and we're hoping to have a cotillion for tonight.
I hope it goes well.
Her coming out, if you will. I'm not, to be honest with you, my friend, I am not, gnomes do not have a lot of, formality, you know, a good time for all, or at least the gnomes I was with, so I did not, a little uncomfortable, but, so the establishment is lovely, and the wine seems very lovely. And how are you this fine?
Thank you. I'm doing quite well. It's a very good night. Business is doing quite well, and I'm always happy to have good friends show up at unexpected times. I don't mean to keep you from your friends, so please. And she taps you on the shoulder, and when she does, you feel a bit of calm rush over you, unless you want to make a will save.
Nah, that's fine.
But I need to get back to dealing with some things. I've got a bit of a fire, and she air quotes, to tend to.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Have a wonderful dinner.
I continue to watch her even though she walks away.
Mm-hmm. What are the rest of you talking about? Well, Harcourt is staring off, and Meg has stepped away. So, you're a big fan of scorched flesh, huh? How's your other goblin friend feel about scorched flesh? And the big orc looks over at you, Pax.
I also look at Pax.
Without looking at Pax, I go, "Yes, Pax. How do you feel about scorching the flesh?"
No, I don't like to injure any other being.
So what did you do to help while all this was going on? Were you telling them a wonderful story about peace and love and non-violence?
Not exactly.
So what was your role? Were you playing some tunes? Was that it? Burian,
I
like,
do
gestures, calm down. Be a reasonable person for a change.
Would you like to hear something? I'm happy to play for you.
I'm not sure if they'd allow it here. The little halfling mentions. They have their own performers, and they're not a big fan of having outside performances without being first signed.
Okay. Just thought I would offer.
Oh, I would enjoy hearing your performance. I would too. If that's what she's good at, I'm sure she's quite good at it. Have to be if she
That's
doesn't
what I
like
hear, I guess,
burning
with you.
things.
Oh dear.
Like burning
I,
things.
for one, am with you, Pax. I'm not personally a big fan of the violence that has to be caused. I wish we could solve a lot more problems with a lot less physicality. But some of us,
Exactly.
and she looks over at the orcish guy, just can't seem to help themselves when it comes to starting fights.
Ooh.
I didn't come here to have people talk poor of my skills.
Well, you know, I heard a great joke the other day. Perhaps it would be lovely if I shared it for you.
Certainly,
and
I
would use my
love jokes.
Well, I was adventuring and I met a man, very disturbed. And I said, "What troubles you, my friend?" And he said, "It's the weirdest thing. I just keep running around screaming broccoli and cauliflower, broccoli and cauliflower, broccoli and cauliflower." I said, "Whatever could that be?" And the man said, "I think I'm coming down with florets."
Give me. Let's see how that actually goes over. And quite a few people like it.
19. On
The orc looks over at you very angry. I don't get it. What are florets?
Florets are small pieces of broccoli and cauliflower.
Okay. What? I don't understand.
Well, there is a disease called Tourette's where one screams things out at random. So Tourette's.
That's a
rhymes with
disease?
florets.
I thought that was just being a goblin.
No. There are many. All the goblins here are very well behaved and very magnanimous. But,
Yeah, they're just not normal goblins.
Well, they're as normal as any goblin I've met. So, what do you like on the? What is the? Did we catch that orc's name?
Oh no, not yet. Names have not. People have not been introduced to each other.
Oh, I do apologize for my manners. We have not introduced each other. I leave it to the host to guide the genteel part of the evening.
Sure enough, Burian stands up. Well, you know me. I'm Burian, and he gestures to his left. This here is Vlasta. To my right is Dlotak. I'm sorry, I'm not good with the orcish consonants. And next to him is Tensi.
Thank you. And what is the common greeting? Is it well met, like in Forgotten Realms?
Yes, well met is a pretty standard greeting.
I'm gonna look
I will-
at Galfine to introduce us. I stare at her.
Ooh, yeah.
As our party leader,
Yeah, we all stare at Galfine to introduce us.
I put my hand on hers and go, "It's okay, dear. You can do this."
I, gently push him away and stand up. This idiot is hardcore.
I bow gracefully, sitting in my seat without actually getting.
Then there is Zug, and there's Pat, and then there's me.
Thank you.
I'm so glad she used my title. I was afraid she forgot.
It is a pleasure to
Pat?
meet all of you.
I am very delighted to be here. Any friend of Galfine is a friend of mine.
I would like to hope that is the case. I think that with what I've heard you're doing so far, there's quite a number of great things that we could share with each other. Yeah, sharing stuff is quite important. Yes, especially when people share the most effective way, if you know what I mean. And he winks over at you, Harcourt.
Wait, who was this?
The halfling.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna speak to the orc.
Uh-huh.
I say those are some certainly impressive furs. Did you slay that beast and skin it yourself?
In orc, he speaks back. Oh, yes. This was a proud moment for me in the caves. You see, quite some time ago, there was a big problem with displacer beasts.
Oh my.
And I was forced to beat one in single combat. And I did so with these.
Can I use a diplomacy to act impressed? I don't have perform. Would I just do perform?
No, you can give me... It would be bluff, actually, if you're not impressed. If you are impressed, it would be a diplomacy.
It is kind of impressive, right? Displacer beast is not a fucking...
No, it's not an easy monster to beat.
Gelfine claps.
Well,
So-
Gelfine does speak Orcish, doesn't she?
No, the half-orc does not speak.
Really?
No, she does. She's being sarcastic.
Okay. You'd be surprised. I've had that happen.
Are you going to make us privy to your conversation, or is this a minority conversation here?
Oh, no. I was just being a little friendly and noting the magnificence of his furs, and was delighted to discover the story about him slaying a displacer beast, a difficult monster to have to deal with.
The Burian, not Burian, Dilo turns and looks at the halfling. It's an honorable tradition to speak to an orc in his native tongue about his victories on the field. He was doing me quite an honor, and I do appreciate such a thing, even if the tradition is one that is not well kept anymore. It is nice to know that some people understand there is honor amongst us.
Scoring points with the orc.
To which I look at the halfling to his right and go, wink and go, yes, honor.
The halfling chuckles a bit.
Honor, that's what you trade for cinnamon rolls in the halfling dictionary. Honor, good for trading for cinnamon.
So outside... Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No. I was just going to
You're our
ask
guest,
you go ahead.
please.
with another story.
Well, as of right now, Vlasti leans kind of back in her chair. As of right now, we've been dealing with a lot of problems in the Goblin Caves. I don't know how much you've heard about the issues that are going on there, but mining operations have all but stopped. There has been an excessive amount of new creatures that have started appearing down there. Creatures that at first look seem to be goblinoid, but then change in form.
Change in form.
They become very dog-like. I believe that the name people have been giving them are Bargsts.
Bargists?
Yes, that's it. Bargist.
Well, that's... that would be a knowledge dungeoneering, correct?
It would
or
indeed
knowledge...
be. It would be a knowledge dungeoneering.
Pax, are you our knowledge dungeoneering expert?
You can roll it. You always count as having having half a rank.
I will roll it.
Okay.
Engineering.
Yep. Very good. Let's see if that is enough, though.
11. Ugh. Well, I don't have knowledge of engineering anyway.
Oh yeah, so you would know of this. You would actually know of this, Pax, from some of the stories that you've picked up over time. Barghists are rather large, kind of dog-ish creatures. Let me show you a picture real quick. They do have the ability to shapeshift themselves into goblins. Let's see.
Should I been found out, I turn it back into a Barghist and run out.
Damn you, Tom. Another module ruined because you had to turn into a Barghist.
That is a Barghist. They're like wolves, but they still have goblinoid faces.
Oh.
They also have some the ability to make themselves much more difficult to hit by fading in and out of the out of visible range, and making themselves disappear from one point to another, and
Where's
can
the
even
Barghist
cause.
picture at?
It should be right there on the map.
Oh, duh. Okay. Sorry, everyone.
They are somewhat difficult creatures, especially if you end up having to deal with them in packs.
Packs?
What if we deal with them in Megs?
Then they're much easier. It's been quite an issue having to deal with these creatures, mostly because we've had a few instances of helping what we thought were stranded goblins out, only to have them come back and kill several. They can be quite adept at persuasion at certain times. How about you? We hear demons, is it you're dealing with now?
Yes. Demons.
I suppose that's easier to find, right?
We've been having some difficulty. I'll not mince words. We are not experienced demon slayers, and we have had to, make do and scrape by, but we have managed to prevail in a true adventurer spirit.
I mean, you're here now, so I can't imagine you've failed at any of your attempts to deal with the demon threat.
Well, Galfine is quite the expert in all manner
Head
of the
splitting.
martial arts.
Let's say head splitting.
Yeah. So, we rely on good old Gal to get us through.
And I pat her on the back. Good old gal.
Gal, I thought you weren't. Your weapon doesn't really let you do a whole lot of killing, per se.
I don't kill them.
Well,
I hit them over the head very hard.
perhaps you're.
And I also said not to call me that.
I'm sorry. I do apologize.
I was more so talking to the rest of the group. The anger in that statement is not meant towards you.
Well, perhaps if we talked more than just an angry, we wouldn't have the result of these tricks to get you to converse.
Yes, I agree.
That's fair. I could use to hear her at least share some info from time to time. It'd be nice to hear from her what's going on with you and not have to arrange a dinner party in order to have her companions tell me about what's going on with your crew.
I mean, even in our long late nights together, she speaks little. Wait for it. Thank you.
Are the two of you enjoying each other's company? All right.
Yeah.
I believe that punch lands.
Can I say I fell out of my chair?
You can reflex save, or you can just choose to fall out of your chair. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go for the reflex save. Just
Okay.
for the hell. Come here, mouse. Reflex.
All right, yeah.
Nope.
These chairs are not very well balanced, so like she just like turns and like slams you across the face with her forearm, and you go like falling back out of the chair. You can give me an acrobatics to try to land on your feet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I hope you do it, because that would be pretty
I'm terrible
cool.
there too. So watch
Okay.
this.
Oh, no.
No, you land it.
Oh!
You land
Did you
it.
land it?
And I'm laughing the whole time. I'm like, Galphine, I love you, baby. I stand back up and seat myself back in the chair and scooch in a little closer to her.
I scooch it a little farther away.
Scooch.
Oh, that was so worth the hit.
Brian shakes his head. I now see what you mean. This is the one that's constantly annoying you with his lunacy of sorts.
Yeah.
Lunacy.
You're a funny guy, though. I must give you credit. You and your
Thank
friend
you.
Meg over there are quite the jokesters.
That runs in the family, the love of the written word. I do
Now,
some. Tried
On
to
Sundays, we
perform
do an
here.
act. We are tall and small.
Oh my God! Now I want that so bad. Tall and small, appearing tonight at the.
Do
The House of
all
Teddy.
three of you do some other performances? And he points to Pax as well. Is she playing her what do you call that? Not guitar?
I play ukulele and I play the piccolo.
Ukulele.
My piccolo,
Yes.
I love.
Where
That's what you meant when you said not.
where do you play?
Oh, I play at the cantina.
Which one? The one in the unaligned or the one deeper in the
Uh-huh.
blade territory?
Unaligned.
When are you gonna be there next?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm usually there a couple times a week.
Well, hopefully I can get to hear you play. I'd love to hear what a ukulele sounds like.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Bring your friends. I'm her manager, by the way.
Yeah, that's my manager. Tall.
Ah, that's why the tall and small. So you're tall, small, small?
We're small, tall,
Small
small.
squared. Small squared. I'm sorry. I misspoke.
Tall, small,
Tall and
square.
I'm not square.
I'd say you're definitely not square. I'd say so too. So you guys can order up your food and the wine will arrive.
Excellent.
I hope this is worth the $3,000 I just paid for it.
They uncork it, and the wine is actually very, very good.
Well, that's good, huh?
Each of you will, actually, as you drink it, feel a little more calm. Yeah, and you can go about ordering dinner. We'll kind of gloss over what you order here, because it's quite substantial, unless anybody has something very specific they want to order.
I would like roasted carrots and a parsnip mash with a side of garlic broccoli.
The orc starts laughing hysterically. She's ordering vegetables! A goblin
Yeah.
is ordering vegetables!
Yeah, that's what I eat. I don't eat meat.
You don't eat meat? How do you not eat meat? It's delicious!
Oh, pretty easily.
What is this? Like, I know potatoes are good, but steak? You've not had a good steak? Or a meal from the kill?
Oh dear.
I order a whole kitten.
They do not serve
They
kitten.
don't serve that.
I'm gonna order I'm just gonna order desserts for my meal.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll take a chocolate cake with a side of blueberry pie, and I'm just gonna dessert it.
Throw an a la mode in there.
I've actually gone out and done that on several occasions. Just ordered dessert for my entire meal.
No wonder
That's
you
the
work
way
out
to
so
go.
much.
What's that?
No wonder you work out so much.
It was the only thing I would eat at Old Country Buffet.
Okay.
Is the desserts.
Meg, you are being asked who was the elf? By Harcourt over bottle message. So you hear a pop. Sorry. I should have mentioned that.
Okay.
I need to get that sound effect loaded up real quick in here. Do you check the bottle message, I guess is the...
That's myself, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Pardon me. I seem to have gotten. I checked my bottle message.
Okay. It says, who was the elf? From Harcourt.
I've completely forgotten. I give the name of the elf. She's a follower of the god of merriment.
Oh no, if you've forgotten, you've forgotten.
I've forgotten, however, I do know the elf is a follower of the god of merriment.
Okay. So you get a reply back saying just that.
I audibly
man.
hum out loud. Make the Oh wait, let me slide a hand to make sure because I'm checking it. I'm checking my bottle discreetly.
Those checks are going quite well. What seems to be the matter, Harcourt?
Nothing. A bit of distressing news I've received, and something I have to deal with later.
Hopefully
And I
everything...
adjust the monocle.
Okay. Hopefully everything turns out okay.
I'm hoping it is too.
Would you need any assistance with it?
At this time, no. No.
You're certain I'd be happy to lend you a hand?
I'm assuming. Who am I talking? Wait.
The elf.
Who am I talking to? Okay.
That's not going well.
Where did she come from?
Huh? No, the elvish... Oh, wait.
Oh,
Which elf are you talking about? I'm sorry. Are you asking
when
about...
When he got up.
Oh, okay.
To walk.
Charles, do you remember the name of the elf? Not the elf that was the owner of the establishment. Do you remember her name?
No, I don't remember her name.
Okay. That one I will give you. Her name is Callisto.
Oh, thank you. I know the owner of the establishment's name is Callisto.
So you would have gotten that back as a message instead. Sorry. I'm assuming you still would have at that.
Yes, I still would have.
Yep. So we're...
I'd be happy to help you if there's anything that you need help with.
No, like I said, at this time, I don't see it causing me any deep problems, just memorizing that I have to deal with it.
That's fine. I know that sometimes, some of the simplest problems can feel a lot more comfortable if someone's there to help.
Understood. Thank you.
Now, who is this talking, Steve? I've lost track.
This is the, so if I talk with to try to separate, the softer sounded voice is the elf. Burian is more my standard voice with a slight amount of depth, or a slight amount of deepness. The orc tries to make sure this is the voice. And then the halfling is very quick and swift with words, when I can remember that.
What was his name again? The halfling?
Give me an intel check. You only heard it once, so it does make it more difficult to remember, and it has not really been memorable.
Boom.
Oh, yeah, he's Tennessee.
Tennessee. Got it.
Yeah, so we've been working on, I know myself and Pax have been working on, making sure that, those in need are able to get some food. There still is the problem of lack of location for people to live.
I do know that is an ongoing problem and has been for a while. How did you resolve the situation with the food?
Well, we're working with multiple people. We'd like to think, we are not just ourselves. So, we have help from the werewolves, and we have help from the
You,
man.
you
I'm drawing a
have the
blank.
werewolves helping. How are they? How's Luca?
How's who?
Luca. And
Yes.
Burian looks over at Galfine.
She is doing fine. The rest of her tribe isn't doing the best, but with the food deal that we've managed to work out, they're doing better now than they were before.
What difficulties are they having?
Just not having very much food is their biggest problem.
They're unable to make exchanges in town? How are they getting food from now?
Because they're helping out with making sure the carts can get through. The dryads are actually offering them some food for their work.
But that's just vegetables. That may not be substantial enough for them. They could starve.
I lean over and whisper to Galfine, let's also remember the part about that town. What area are they in?
The werewolves?
Damn it. Yeah, they're in.
The werewolves are in Zoe
right?
territory. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. The fact that the people in Zoe are hunting, and we want to get them moved into Resix if possible.
Can I sense a motive on this questioning?
Yes, you can.
Ugh. I can open this window too.
You know what actually might help you, Charles?
Not
for
laying
later.
down?
No. That
Okay.
Well, that would help me because then I could see you. But what might help you when you're using the sheet stuff is you can also bring it up on Roll20 on your tablet, and you can roll the character stuff from there as well. I was playing around with it.
that's a good
It's a
idea.
little
That's
bit
so simple.
easier in some ways. So you get the impression Burian is deeply interested in the outcome of whoever this Luca person is, to a point that you get the impression that there's a significant amount of concern he has specifically for this person.
I'm just disappointed because my whole evening was going to try to fix up Galfine with Burian, and now I get this feeling that this is not going to happen. And I just wonder to myself, will Galfine ever find love?
Is this the Bachelorette?
What can be done for them if there is there anything that is there any way that we could help? I mean, we can't make arrangements for House Zoe, but is there anything I can do?
First, I just want to compliment you for your compassion toward the werewolves. Many people judge them, and that is a shame. We have met many a great and stalwart companion. Have you adventured with some werewolves or dealt with them yourselves?
I have had my interactions with the werewolves from time to time.
Can we sense a motive on that?
Yes.
Oh, I had the character sheet open.
So you can tell his facial expression changes a bit, and you can see he's trying to hold back what look to be probably tears with what he's saying.
I certainly hope we haven't said anything, to that has offended.
Burian is fine. He's a little attached to the situation there. You see, look, if we're all friends here, then I don't think Burian should care. But he has... Burian had a family before he was ejected from House Zoe. A wife and a child. when Burian's wife contracted lycanthropy, they lost their child in the process. And
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Burian refused to put her down, and this was before the official laws were passed, and so she was locked up by by House Rurik until things could be decided. They banished Burian from Zo territory, and a few years later, the laws were finally put into place, giving the werewolves the right to live. But unfortunately, Burian has no right to see them again. And lately, it has been very dangerous for the werewolves to travel outside of the Zo household, leaving their home leaves their homes in jeopardy to claim by House Zo.
Oh, how absolutely difficult. I am so sorry to hear of your troubles, Burian.
Burian shakes his head. It's fine. Eventually, hopefully things can be solved. In the meantime, I want her to be safe. I want the rest of them to be safe.
Well, we've got Galfine in our party, so everything will be safe.
I truly do hope that is the way things will go. Does anybody have any questions for them over the rest of the dinner? Or anything else they want to try to get information about?
I'm intrigued by Displacer Beast first. Does his first confer any magical benefit, or is it just fur?
No, he'll inform you that so far he's not seen any difference in it. The way that he took the time to skin it himself. So you're pretty sure he probably you think they're give me. It's just to be up to your kind of thoughts on it. Give me a knowledge arcana.
I'm trying to get stupid Roll20 to work it on my tablet here.
No problem.
Let's do the knowledge arcana. Spellcraft.
Ooh, yeah. You
I don't
can't
know
really,
shit.
piece together why it couldn't happen. You think maybe it should have some sort of innate abilities, but you notice there's nothing. There's nothing about him that's visually offsetting like you would normally see in a Displacer Beast.
Huh. Maybe he just didn't have the skill.
Anything else anybody wants to discuss details about?
Anything they can do to help with housing?
To help what?
Is there anything they can do to help with housing for the refugees?
Well, how do I put this?
Here comes the big ask.
With regards to housing, there are things that can be done, but you would need to work probably with another family to get them accepted in. And that can be a very difficult thing to accomplish. How familiar are you with the laws with regard to housing and the like?
Pretty
Doug,
familiar.
how familiar are you?
Yeah, I was just about to ask Tom's character.
She hears you say that with a level of confidence.
He's our attorney.
You're the
It's
attorney.
what I wrote my JD in.
You're an attorney?
I am.
Hey, be
The halfling leans over the table. You got a card? I could use one from time to time.
What a scam.
I give the messenger model number.
Okay. He'll take it down. Excellent. I'll make good use of this. How about you over there, Harcourt? Maybe I can reach out to you from time to time. You never know when some people might need a good liberation.
Wait, I thought we were on the topic of housing.
Actually, at the moment, I'm kind of interested in jewelry.
Jewelry? I'm a big fan of jewelry myself.
Maybe we should get together and talk sometime.
Certainly. He'll exchange his battle ID with you if you're willing.
Yeah.
Okay. His name is Tensi, T-E-N-S-I.
So what do you think you guys can do to help with the house?
Right now, probably not much. It's a little difficult to acquire land on behalf of other people. The law doesn't really allow for that. That was the wrong voice, by the way. That was supposed to be Burian, and I totally botched that. The law doesn't really allow for that.
Could you take anybody in?
Our establishment is not really well set up for that kind of thing.
Could you make it better set up?
Well, I'll tell you
What
what.
was that?
If you'd like, you're willing to come over and we can show you our establishment.
Okay.
They'll wrap up dinner, and they will bring you back to their place.
What is the banner they fly under, Steve? Do they proudly proclaim their group identity? Like we're epic, right? That's
Correct.
our deal.
They actually have not come up with that. Give me a second, I will come up with one.
What is it? 2 elves, a halfling, a human, and an orc?
Yes. No. A half-orc, an orc. Hold on a sec. Keep losing the list. A half-orc, an orc, a halfling, and an elf.
They should call themselves Hoa. Half-orc, orc, halfling, elf. Hoa!
They refer to themselves as Clan Hilder.
Clan Hilder, eh?
Yes.
Huh. So what is the origin of your banner, Clan Hilder? Is that a...
Well, it's actually a rather interesting story. Let's speak of it while we walk.
Okay. All right. Are we going back to their place for wine and cheese?
Indeed. Everybody should now be at their place.
That's a good time.
Paste everyone in here.
Wine and cheese. They're gonna stab us in the back.
Oh yeah, they're definitely trying to kill you.
Isn't it illegal to have all those books?
Huh? That's a good question. Alright, so anyway, you're walking.
I'm walking. Yes, indeed.
We refer to ourselves as Clan Hilder because originally, as it was a great surprise to Glo and I that we both originated from the same family lineage, if you will. We both had a great-grandfather by the name of Hilder. And the more we looked into it, the more we learned that quite a number of people had been linked in lineage to Hilder. Our first group actually was 4 of us who were descendants of Hilder.
Huh.
He was very productive, huh?
You could say that. The orc laughs, the larger orc, Dlo, laughs quite hysterically at your joke.
I can't get my person to move. Okay.
Oh, click on the select button. You're right now using the pointer. or
Okay.
the grit, the measure stick. So click on the arrow, and you should be able to move your character.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So you guys will arrive at their home.
Thanks
It's
for inviting
lovely.
us over.
You're welcome. So here, this is what we've managed to put together. Their current establishment is in the. It is in the Stonefist territory.
Huh.
We've had to work quite a bit to get things established here. It's taken quite a bit of time and quite a bit of money, but we think we've done well enough for ourselves. Feel free to take a seat if you'd like. There's probably some food in the cabinets we can break out for you.
Thanks.
No, nope, Burian's taking that seat first.
I think they have plenty of room.
How do I turn myself, Steve?
Click on the little arrow coming off of your character, or the little like longer part coming off the square around your character, and then
Yes.
you grab and pull that around.
Ooh. I'm
He's
sitting
gonna
in
go
here
over and
now,
get
people.
a snack.
What kind of snack?
Snack.
He's just digging through the cabinet. You're welcome to join him if you'd like.
Oh, sure. What you got in here?
Lots of good stuff. What do you like?
Peanut butter and
Raspberries?
chocolate wafers.
What's
Peanut
a...
butter
I
and
call
chocolate
over,
wafer?
got any kitten jerky?
No, we don't have any kitten jerky. If you're gonna be over there, you gotta be over there.
Me?
You like chocolate too?
Oh, yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, here, try this. And he gives you this, like, chocolate bar that is almost the size of your head.
Whoa.
What? Oh, yeah, right. You're so
Can you
little.
break me off a piece of that?
He reaches down and he snaps it in half, and then hands you half.
It's still pretty big, but okay.
Oh, hold on. I can snap it again if you'd like.
Thanks.
And he snaps it again and hands you back the quarter.
Breaking her off a piece.
Yeah.
What kind of chocolate is this?
Oh, it's my favorite. So I've managed to find this. It was one of those things, you know, you're just kind of looking around and you want something that's got a like deep like flavor, you know, and it's like this very dark chocolate. And you mentioned raspberry, and that's also in it. Do you like raspberry?
I love raspberries. I try and pick them until I get...
It goes great with chocolate.
Yes, they do. I'm gonna take a bite of it and see what happens.
It is very good. It is very large, but very good. It's very thick too. It's like somebody made this chocolate specifically for orcs.
Ah.
This is quite a mouthful.
You don't seem to be having too much of a problem with it.
Nope, it's delicious.
It's nice to share something with you. Do you really believe all this like stuff you talk about not hurting people? Do you really think that's going to do a lot of good?
Yeah, I think it's gonna do the most good.
But like sometimes don't you just have to get at somebody? Like you got to beat them up? Like sometimes, right?
No. I go swimming. That feels nice.
But what if somebody's trying to beat you up? Do you just let them beat you up?
Oh, I have some different things I can do. I can try and sleep, or I can charm them, or I can perform. I got lots of things in my toolbox.
What do you mean by charm them? Is that some of your magic?
A little bit.
Do you mean strip them of their free will?
How
No.
does that work?
You know,
Your hearing is amazing, Meg.
something I picked up over time.
Can you demonstrate it?
No, I can only do it when I need to. It's not laying around, you know.
Oh, that's
Play
disappointing.
with it.
I'd like to see how that works.
Yeah,
Like-
we only.
When you do it, can you make people do things they don't want to?
I mean, I'm not using it for bad things.
Ah,
That doesn't
Just,
necessarily
you know.
have to be a bad thing. Like, what about in your situation where people need houses? Could you like make someone give away their house?
I don't think so. I don't think
But-
it's that strong, but that wouldn't be very fair to do anyway.
I suppose you're right. That wouldn't be very fair. But
Nor
like,
would it be sustainable?
you could make people do other weird things, right? Like dance.
That's not how this works.
Well, can you show me? I don't understand.
I'm
Maybe-
sorry, I told you it's only to be used in context.
maybe she could make people forget thousands of gold coins worth of college debt.
Just do it to me. I don't mind.
But there's no reason to do it to you. I don't want to use it up in case I might need it in an urgent situation.
So I know how it works, and don't you get them back somehow? Like Vlasta gets her things back every morning. Don't you like wake up in the morning and just do some praying or something, and you get all your magics back?
Not exactly like that.
Well, how does it work? Do you like have to sing a song or something?
No, I just mean sometimes it can take a little more time to regenerate.
More
So
than
I
a
try
day.
I try and keep them in reserve just in case.
Oh. Well, that's disappointing.
Well, because something could happen later tonight on our way home. I want to be prepared.
I suppose that makes sense. But you've got Galfine, like she'll beat everything up, right? That's like
Well,
her
yeah,
job, just like me.
I
I'm
don't-
there to make sure nobody's a problem, you know?
I don't want her to have to beat anybody up. I prefer avoiding the beating up if at all possible.
This seems really complicated.
Well, it's pretty simple. Don't beat up.
Okay, can we sit down and maybe you can try to explain this whole not beating people up thing?
Sure. You inviting me for a drink?
Sure. You want me to get you something to drink?
Yeah. Got anything raspberry flavored?
No, unfortunately not. I do have something that does taste. I got it from the. I got it. It's supposed to be some kind of berry thing. It's called Sangris.
Sangria?
Yeah, that's
I
it.
don't practice Santeria.
Okay. That sounds good.
All right. He'll pour you both a glass and then have a seat at the table with you, and the two of you can talk.
You guys are gonna end the night arm wrestling.
What's his name again?
Dlotak.
No. What's his name?
Dlotak.
I don't even know how is that a name?
DLO''TACH.
Really? Couldn't they not have been like Joe?
Apostrophe.
People call him Tack for short.
Okay, that's
Apostrophe.
better.
So, Zug, you got any questions for them?
Yep, asking about the books.
The cleric looks over at you as you ask the question. Oh, these? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
this is a very, very lucky loophole in the way the legal system works. You see, if you can find a book that happens to have lost its claimant, you own the book. And wouldn't you know it, from time to time, Tensei tends to bring in a book that has lost its claimant. And we make sure we get it registered in House Narenhawk, and it's allowed us to have quite a few.
Hmm.
So we need to go steal some books, Doug.
Yeah, Tensi says, do you agree to be my... You get a bottle message from Tensi that says, do you agree to be my lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. You want a knowledge law to figure out why he's doing that?
Sheesh.
Or like sense motive.
Or, yeah, sense motive as well.
Sounds
Well, I mean,
seems like some
for-
chicanery.
It's lawyer-client confidentiality.
That's exactly what he's going for. So, yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, when
Should I
you...
still roll it, or
When you agree to it, he tells you that one of the best ways to find books is if you happen to find somebody who's recently passed away that has some level of money, and you can slip in and find like inventory records. You can always find a book or two that doesn't necessarily make it onto the inventory records and get out with them very quickly if you know how to do it right. And he says, but don't tell that to Vlasta. She thinks that I'm acquiring these by more legitimate means. I'm sure she knows, but best not to make it known to her.
yeah.
Yeah, does anybody have any other questions about this place here? Or about them? Is it as in general?
I don't know. Should I perception see if there's anything else
Sure.
interesting?
You can give me a perception. Nope, not like that.
Yeah, I guess I gotta perceive.
A
Okay.
lot of botches, not a lot of 20s today for me.
Woohoo! A lot of botching.
Overall, you guys just kind of see it as a pretty, like, quaint little place. Pax, you are looking about, though. And you notice that, there is something behind where the suit of armor that's here is. Something like something behind that that sticks out just a little bit.
Am I still in the midst of conversation?
You are, but you can interrupt at any time. The two of
Hey,
you are.
can I go take a look and see what's over there?
He stands up. I don't know if that's such a good idea. I'm surprised you can see that.
Why?
We thought we did a good job hiding it there.
Hiding what?
It's our escape hatch.
Why do you have an escape hatch?
Well, there is occasionally some worries that we have that the people here will not want us to be here anymore. And we need to make sure that we can get out of here should that ever happen.
Why wouldn't they want you here anymore?
Well, Stonefist isn't exactly known for their politeness and generosity. They're known for what's ours is ours, and what's yours will someday be ours. And so
Not good.
we made an agreement because they were the most willing to accept us here, and with the amount of money we pay, give us a good plot of land. But at the
Okay.
same time, we assume it's only a matter of time before they find some legal loophole that gets us, or perhaps they just sneak in and claim we've committed some kind of unlawful action and decide that it's beyond the point that simply asking us to leave is the answer.
Oh my, that sounds very stressful.
Nonsense! I'd slay a few of them before they ever got a chance, and we'd get out of there before then. We've run a number of drills to make sure that will happen.
I mean, that's stressful to have housing instability.
Everywhere is housing instability. Have you stayed for long in the apartments? Are you new to the apartments?
Pretty new, yeah.
How many times have you ended up in a fight there, or had somebody try to break into your house and steal something?
Never.
Oh, do you not have anything of value there?
I mean, it's just my bed, pretty much.
Oh, You're not keeping your valuables there. That's good. If anybody there starts thinking you might have some valuables, huh?
I don't really have valuables. I value relationships, you know?
I can understand that, sort of. I value very strong relationships with people. Like my friends. We are like almost a family, like a pack.
Oh, like my name, Pax.
Yes, like your name.
Alright, so I was able to hear.
Did you want to give me a perception there? To over here? Because they are on the other side of the room. Oh, yeah, you can have overheard that.
Maybe there's one of those things where it's like you can hear from one.
Yeah, I want to walk over.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and do that.
Yep.
Alright, so...
Oh, you sweeties.
So this...
Don't interrupt my flow. I might be speaking on
This
your
escape
phone.
hatch, how does it work? I might be interested in getting one installed in my place.
Oh, it's actually quite a neat thing. So we have a lever, and when you pull the lever, the armor will like move forward a bit, and there's a little hole beneath there. We can jump down. We have it dug out to come up near the street in the alley. There's actually the exit of what looks like another building that we'll come out of, and then be able to flee from there. But we made sure the permits are proper. We talked to the owner of the establishment. Everything is supposedly clear out. You'd have to ask Vlasta for more details.
Alright, did you guys build it yourself, or did you hire somebody to build it?
We don't really have the skills to build it ourselves. Vlasta outsourced to some group of guys. I believe they were out of Rezix, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe you know them, and it gives you the name of the two guys you've already had doing a bunch of construction work.
Alright, thanks.
No problem. Alright, so is there anything else that you guys want to discuss with them, or any actions that you guys want to take while you're here?
That bear rug, is that anything interesting? Or is that just a regular bear?
Just a regular bear rug.
Okay. I'm a peek in underneath it. A lot of times there's secret doors hidden under it.
Alright.
Or things like that.
You, give me a perception. Alright, when you peek under it, there's a giant stain underneath the rug. And it looks like somebody's like tried to clean it up, but it started ruining the wood as they were trying to clean it up. So then this must have been like the only way they could make sure nobody sees this nasty like greenish brown stain on the rest of the wood, or greenish gray stain on the wood.
So it's not blood?
No, it's not blood.
I don't know, is there any sort of check I could make to figure out what that is?
Spot check?
You could give me... It'd be hard to tell. You'd have to, like, really start examining it. Do you have any profession, detective?
Nope.
You can, I guess, maybe try... You have anything in alchemy?
No.
Okay. Then no. There's nothing I can think of offhand. Alright, Harcourt, you're gonna have a seat with,
That's Tensi,
Tensi,
right?
Yep.
So, like I said, I'm interested in jewelry. And, but I have other issues I must deal with as well. And I'm not exactly sure how trustworthy you are. And so I'd like you to help me with one thing before I can decide to trust you with something else.
So, real quick point of note that I've been playing wrong, because my notes have it this way. Tensi is actually female, just for the record.
Oh.
I just looked over and I noticed that.
Ah, even better. Thank you.
Yes, what is it?
Well, first thing I'd like to know is the owner of the teddies. I'd like some information on her.
Oh, Callisto?
Yes.
She's a wonderful person. She's done quite a bit. Actually, she's got a very interesting staff. Many of them are the type that don't mind the shorter people, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
They tend to let out a lot of their secrets.
Secrets.
What do you mean by let out?
Well, you know, sometimes you're spending some time with them, and they might blabber a few things here and there, things that otherwise maybe wouldn't get talked about. Rumor is that Callisto doesn't know who her dad is.
Doesn't know who her dad is. Really?
Yes.
Very interesting. Doesn't know who her dad is. Now, have you spoken to Callisto directly, or is this all hearsay on your end?
It's all been hearsay. Callisto has no real reason to want to meet with me, but there are so many people that have confirmed this that I can assure you it's definitely truth.
Does she have any trouble meeting new people, do you know of?
No, not that I'm aware of. If she wants to meet new people, she seems to. Anyone can kind of have an audience with her if they have good reason, from what I've been told. I've just never felt it essential. It's not really my type.
And exactly what is your type?
Well, I do like them tall. I do like them a bit more, one might say, squarish, but still agile.
Interesting. On the jewelry note, how do you feel about large gems?
My favorite.
Large, multicolored gems.
Multicolored? Like
Yeah.
different colors and different lights, or permanently multicolored?
I believe it was permanently multicolored, if I remember correctly.
That must have some manner of magic on it.
It's just the
Yeah.
sparkles, huh?
I was wondering if you knew anyone who could procure me one. I happen to know where one is, but I might need assistance in procuring it.
I would be most pleased to help you on such an endeavor.
Would you like a name that goes with it? The name of the owner?
Certainly.
James T. Zoe.
Her eyes go wide. You're going to try to steal the Zoe gem?
Oh, you've heard of it.
Yes. It is among certain circles. It is a story of legend if you manage to get it, although it almost always ends in jail or execution or banishment. None has held it for too long.
This is true.
But it's like a rite of passage in the Zoe family. If you're
Would
among
you-
certain types.
Ooh.
So you'd be willing to help me steal it?
Oh, of course.
They
That
want to
sounds-
test how well you can fly, James.
That sounds quite exhilarating.
So then what I need you to do is see if there's any way you can find someone to figure out what kind of magics it has upon it and what it's going to take to clear those magics. Because from where I'm standing, it's about one of the only things that will be standing in our way.
Oh, I'm sure I can figure out something. Do you happen to have a layout of the place?
Sure. And I pull out a piece of paper.
Perhaps here is not the best place to discuss it. Perhaps you'd like to. We can discuss it somewhere more private.
Glances around. What were you thinking?
Oh, my room is just down the hall.
I can do that.
Okay. she will escort you to her room.
Walk on down the hall.
The room is not actually rendered in, so...
So we're inside the wall, if anybody's wondering.
Alright, anybody else got anything before we wrap up?
No.
Alright.
No.
Then let's close out here. Harcourt, you can choose whether you are going home or not for the evening.
Oh my.
No, we could stay here.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. Before I do that, well, let me do something I know I'm gonna fail at. Her intentions.
Her intention, she has a lot of interest in you. A lot of
Oh
interest.
my.
She would be very happy to have you stay with her for the evening.
Then yes, I will definitely be staying late.
All right.
Do I have to do the same thing?
Pax, I mean, you're not asked to stay, but he does ask if you, if he can walk you home. He's very worried about your safety and doesn't want you to get home, hurt.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, he's upset with the lack of niceness of the room. Should have gotten those
See my
upgrades I got.
room.
She lives in a very dangerous area. He's just trying to make sure she's safe.
Mhm.
Burian, I'm sorry, Delphine. Burian will ask if at some point in the next couple of days you would have some time to maybe go meet with Luca and bring something to her, and if at all possible, try to make sure if there's groups of werewolves traveling out to the unaligned territory, maybe you could arrange her coming out on one of those caravans.
See what I can do.
Okay. He reaches out and he hands you a small it's like sort of a disc-shaped object.
How about this?
And it glows very faintly with something blue.
Oh my.
This is quite an expensive item, so if you could please take very good care of this.
Of course.
On it.
All right. Do Zug and Megan Delphine want to know anything else?
No. I want to meet Luca. I heard she lives on the second floor. I bet she's seen her before. And that would be, do you know that song, Michelle? It's a song by Suzanne
Educate your
Vega.
children, Stephen.
Yeah. From like 1985, maybe? So you were definitely not around that one.
No,
I
I thought
was
it was
not
a
even
90s
around.
tune.
I think it's earlier than that, yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
So, a couple of things before we wrap up. First of all, Pax, the orc, will ask Tack will ask if he can take a look at your apartment and make sure there's no one in there and that everything is safe, and check the windows.
My.
I'm gonna sense motive on wanting to do that.
Yep. He wants a lot more than to just inspect your apartment.
Oh my.
What kind of creature is he again?
Huh?
What kind of creature is he again?
He is an orc.
Oh my.
He is
That's a
almost
big boy.
he's almost 5 times your size.
Okay, no, he's not like 15 feet tall.
Okay, yeah,
is he?
I keep forgetting. You're not in the 2-foot range. I'm sorry. He's about 3 times your height.
3 times.
Yeah.
Where it counts.
Oh my!
He's about 8.5 feet tall. So that would be about 3, right? Because you're 3'1", something like that.
I thought it was like 2'6" or 3'6".
Oh, okay. Then maybe 2.5.
Yeah, I'm 3'6".
Okay.
How is their chemistry?
Awkward. He seems really interested in a lot of what you have to say about the like peaceful part. Almost as though with that sense motive you'd also get there's something about his questioning that beyond just having like some kind of interest in you, there is something about what you're talking about that seems to be ringing deeper in him than you might otherwise have expected from somebody who's been very much so about violence. Maybe there's something about like the imbalance of peace inside of him that's a little bit off.
So he can be redeemed, is what you're saying.
I don't necessarily know about redeemed, but he's got some kind of interest in like kind of the peace you seem to have about you.
I'm not too tired. He can come in for a little bit.
Okay.
Oh my!
All right. Does he stay the night?
How late is it by then?
It's probably in like the late hours of the evening.
I think we just stay up all night talking.
Okay, that's fine. At about midnight, you disappear.
I don't know what that means.
Harcourt, at about midnight, you disappear. And so do the other 3 of you. You disappear.
Yay!
You'll be back.
From existence?
No, you'll be back on the 18th as you experience your time skip.
Into a time
Son
slip.
of a bitch!
I've got to lose control. I remember doing the time warp. I've been drinking.
And that is where we will end for the evening. Each of you can take 500 experience for the evening and 200 for role-playing.
Nice.
Are we gonna be able to do something before this time skip happens?
So here's the thing. If you don't remember, it's just sort of gonna happen. So you could be in the middle of a number of things, and then poof. You can give me an int check to see if you remember that this is going to happen.
Where's my... Damn it. Come here.
This is especially important for Pax and Harcourt.
You want me to give the check?
Yeah.
Oh, what? We're all doing it checks?
Well, no, I'm giving it to Pax and Harcourt because they're in a situation where they're about to disappear while somebody is in their home. Or they're in somebody else's home. So Pax, you do remember that at about the midnight, at about the midpoint of the evening, you will disappear for a day from time.
Okay, well, before that's gonna happen, I let him know I need to wrap getting tired.
He seems a bit disappointed, but he respects your wishes.
Well, why don't we hang out another time?
Oh, I would enjoy that. When do you have some time? I can make myself available, I think, in any evening.
Why don't you, bottle message me? Here's my name.
Great. I will do that. Thank you. Sleep well.
Wow.
Good one. You too.
And he will head off. Harcourt, you will also remember.
Okay. So I want to deal with the discussing the gem heist before things get a little too hot and heavy.
Okay. So you can go over details with her. And then, yeah. Are you going to try to leave before you disappear, or...
Hells no!
Okay.
That's terrible. You'll be doing it and just vanish. That's bad manners.
Hey, I'll call her later.
You see, what had happened was
Sorry I had to
I
skip
skipped
out.
time. Yeah.
So we will we'll clarify what happens then next week. So I'll give everybody 25 XP for filling in some parts of the recap, by the way.
All right.
And yeah. So we are on for next week, as best as I can tell, right?
What is next week's week?
The 1st of September.
Gimme. I'm pretty sure, but let me double check.
Yeah, Michelle's probably heading to bed.
Damn it. Hold still. The 1st. Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay. All right, then. We will reconvene then. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.